All right.
Good start for 2026.
Let's get it. A good start to this week and this year. Last week, Freddie Mac's measure said that we had the lowest rates that we had all year. This hit the news every place, that lowest mortgage rates of the entire year.
Lowest mortgage rates of the year. Now, there is a little bit of a caveat to that because we had a few days in September that were lower than this last week. Still really good news. Interest rates are coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, it's slow. It's slow. They are definitely moving in the right direction.
And a little notch in October. What happens is that the media, the most weighted report on mortgage rates to the media is the Freddie Mac weekly report, and it measures every Thursday. Well, so in September and once in October, you had Friday, Monday, Tuesday activity that actually took it lower than this point. And to be clear, the last time Freddie Mac measured this, when they said lowest mortgage rates of the year, they picked right back up shortly afterwards. Now, when we are talking about pipping up, no one get too excited. We have been trading in this range of mortgage rates in about an eighth of a rate for about the past 4 months.
Right.
It just happened to hit the lowest of that eighth of a rate.
We'll take it though.
We'll take it. It's moving in the right direction.
Even maybe a bigger number is the pending home sales. Do we talk about that?
Yes, November pending home sales, highest that we've seen in 3 years.
That's significant.
It is.
Because that's one of the biggest things is there's just not as much activity, right? It's amazing too. Pending home sales hit a 3-year high. Interest rates hit the lowest. There's
definitely some correlation there.
100%. As interest rates come down, the market gets more active. Overall, mortgage applications, I think we're up something 20-something% this time year over year, which is pretty significant. It's slow. I know, for everybody that's watching this, it's like, oh, when is the market going to get there? These incremental improvements really are going to help. And I think we're going to see more of that in 2026.
And I think some of it is not totally about rates, because we actually had lower rates during some times in 2024, right, than we do right now. Somewhat lower rates in a few windows.
Just a little blips here and there.
But what happened?
This seems to be a more sustained. We're having lower rates, and it's not the rate's great today, and then you miss your lock, then the rate spikes up again.
That is accurate. I think, and also that we're seeing price growth very level out. In fact, overall, I believe the number was basically finalized that overall real estate growth did not exceed wage inflation, which means that the real price of homes actually came down last year.
When's the last time we could say that?
It's been extremely long time.
It's been a long time. So it's incrementally home affordability is getting there. A lot of things to talk about in 2026. I think it's going to be a very interesting year. We're going to continue basically to say what we're going to talk about in this podcast. We're real estate and finance focused because that's our industry. That's where we have the most knowledge. Politics, geopolitical stuff, macroeconomics, this all plays into real estate. That's why we talk about these things too. I think we're going to see a lot of things develop in 2026 that are interesting, things that we haven't seen before. One of them we saw this weekend. We control
continuation of things that have happened.
Is it feasible to say that we now control the largest underutilized oil reserve in the world?
Control is an overstatement, a vast overstatement.
So are we the puppet master of the...
It is extremely difficult to have command level control of this many. It's not a situation that the United States ever wants to be in. I think the fascinating stuff to me is the messaging that takes place that a lot of people don't even see. When you have Trump go up and say, we expect the vice president, we expect she'll be a good partner, and we don't think that the opposition is, they're not ready to take power. They don't have the power or anything like that. Everyone panics and read it just what it is on the surface. What you don't see is that when he says, oh, vice president of the country, they collaborated with us, we've had good conversations with it, they don't understand that what he's doing is he's poisoning her. The entire culture in Venezuela is built around Chavismo, personality cult around Hugo Chavez. And founding principle of his personality cult is do not collaborate with the Americans, anti-imperialism. So when he says Delcy Rodriguez collaborated with it, we've had conversation with him, we think she's ready to do the right things, he's actually screwing around.
Making it way more difficult for her to control that population, right?
And so what I'm unsure of, I thought at first it was intentional. I thought he was doing that intentionally. Now I'm not quite so sure. Now that she's sending more signals, or she's misreading what he's trying to do too. I also think that any look that she has of collaborating with the United States, like the message that she posted on Instagram, is probably pretty poisonous to her, and she's not doing the correct things that she needs to do to maintain control of the country. Unless it really is just like a complete and total corporate mafia and has no real philosophical grounding in Chavismo or socialism, which is a legitimate possibility.
Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. And oil prices are incredibly low right now. And stat has a big impact on inflation. That's one of the things that's kept inflation low. So hopefully that continues, and it could mean more oil that's put on the market, the lower the prices are. So maybe not a bad thing.
Drill, baby, drill.